Hi, how are you doing?
Ma'am, I'm good, I'm great. And how are you, ma'am?
I'm doing well. Tell me, how was your morning?
Morning was very beautiful, ma'am, because today is a very good weather in our side. And yesterday we had lots of rain, so that's the reason that the weather is very good. Today's morning is very sunny and bright one. I'm very happy. And today is a Saturday also, so this is the weekend. So Saturday and Sunday is such a beautiful days for me because the 2 days I'm in full relaxed mode because in the 5 days I'm continuously doing the online classes and busy with my work, and 2 days I'm taking off. So Saturday and Sunday I just love with myself and with my family members. So this is such a great day.
Wow, lovely to know that
And
you
how
are
are you,
always
ma'am?
in morning. Yeah, what did you say?
Yeah, how are you, ma'am? And how was your day and morning?
My morning was quite hectic today. I actually overslept.
Okay,
Then I ran out of stuff to make breakfast. I didn't have boiled potatoes on hand, and I somehow managed breakfast.
okay,
But because of all that, my son
okay,
was late for college. Then he got stuck in
okay,
traffic jam. Uh,
okay, ma'am.
when things go wrong, they go wrong all at once. So, one thing leads to another, and suddenly everything is a mess.
Okay, that was really beautiful. But one thing I must suggest that whatever the morning that we should have to do the gratitude. First morning when we wake up ourselves, do the gratitude, and then after we should have to start our day with a full of positive energy. Okay, ma'am, I want to give you a thankful note that thank you for inviting me to your video and YouTube channel, and I'm very, very happy. I'm feeling very glad and excited. And I really watched all your videos, few of the videos. So I have connected you, and I'm very glad that you have given me the email, replied me. So I'm very happy, ma'am. You're giving me a
So, really,
valuable time, in fact.
I'm glad to have you here
Okay.
on my channel. And yeah, so
Thank you,
your
ma'am.
name is Shar. What is your name? Sharda.
Ma'am, Dr. Sharka Nurian Sari.
Okay. So, please introduce yourself.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. I am Dr. Sharka Nuri Ansari. I am 35 years old. I am married. I am from Asansol, West Bengal. Earlier education, I had completed my West Bengal Board of Secondary Education. And at that time, I was the topper of my school. I secured 75%. And then after, I took admission at Aligarh Muslim University. And over that place, I have completed all my education from Central University. That was the Aligarh. I have completed my 12th, my graduation, my postgraduate, my MPhil over there. And then I came back to my home. And on 2014, that I took admission at PhD from Bihar. I have got my PhD doctorate degree at 2020. So by God grace, I'm a PhD doctorate holder. So I am putting my doctor in front of my name. So that is a Dr. Sharkanuri Ansari. And after that, I have given assistant professor exams. So there are still that I'm trying, and I have given for the West Bengal College Service Commission exam, Bihar also. So their result is also pending. And I got married on 2023. My husband worked in Rapid Action Police Force Department. So he is in a transferable job. So sometimes he is in a UP, Allahabad, but nowadays he is in Assam, posted in Assam. So he belongs to Dhanbad. And it's been 2 years of my marriage. After my marriage, I wanted to utilize my education, my time. So I started my spoken English classes. It was just randomly 7 to 8 months back, but I'm very happy and very glad that my spoken English classes is running very well. Until date, I have been trained more than 200 students. So it's running very well, ma'am. Just in a short span of a time, I really enjoy teaching. That is my passion also. And the response of my students, which is very, very good. The students are really facing lots of issues and problems to speak English fluently. As by God grace, I am having a higher education doctorate degree. So my full intention and my pure intention is that to spread my knowledge, whatever the knowledge that I have been acquired from my teachers, from my university, and from my own hard work. So now this is the time to this knowledge surpass to the society. This knowledge given to the other generation also, so that this knowledge and valuable knowledge will be helpful for their success, growth, and life. That is my whole core aim and my intention also, that to giving my knowledge to the other students. So that's the main reason that I have been started a spoken English classes, and it's running very good and very happy. That is all about of my with my
Wow,
yes.
that's lovely to know. And you got an amazing profile.
Thank you,
You are a
ma'am.
multi-talented person. Yeah,
Thank you, ma'am. Just by God, it's just a pleasure. Yeah.
it's great that you have been, helping so many people achieve their dreams because, so many people have this dream of speaking fluently, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, we would like to discuss some major issues and problems. That what are the major basic problems that students are facing to speak English fluently? So, we have to discuss over in this topic. I think this is the major and issue, major topic, because just in a 1 year, 20 crore students just passing the graduation, and then they are unable to speak in English. And English is a major. Myself is also a Urdu medium product, but I worked so hard to speak in English. And nowadays, to be very, very honest with you, ma'am, today I am taking the classes of the army officer, the BUMS doctors, the lawyers, and MNC companies, the people, those who are working in MNC companies. So why that this is talent is in me, just because that I do very hard work. And one thing I must share with you, that there is some spark or passion in me that I want to learn this language, because this language is very important for the growth and success. So that is the main thing that I started to learning. So when I just started learning English, so I was also do lots of plumbing and cannot speak properly, but with a regular practice. The only thing which I did, that the regular practice. Even when I was in my journey of PhD, so that was such a long journey of the PhD, 5 to 6 years. So at that time, I used to read a lot. I used to do a lot the research paper, international research paper, and I have been published more than 10 international research paper. So when I am in the process of learning, so definitely to writing the thesis or the research, international research paper, my spoken English and English automatically getting the better and the better. So that is the main thing. So I would like to share some tips and tricks also. If even I am in your
Yes, yes,
podcast, so I would
yes.
like to give, I would really love and I like to give some tips which is really valuable to all the students, those who are learning spoken English, because this is the major issue and problem that the students are facing. So one thing, and the first thing is that think in English. Start thinking in English. In the morning that we wake up, so that is very natural that is coming in our mind, that we have to go and brush, and then after we have to do the breakfast, then after we have to go for our work, school and college, then whatever the process that we are doing day to day life, so we should have to start thinking in English. Okay, it means like that I'm very familiar and I'm very used to with our own language, with our mother tongue, which is Hindi, Urdu, Marathi. But when we are shifted our thought to think in English, that is a bit challenging for us. In just 21 days or 30 days, bit struggling and challenging. That what is the next step that I will do? Maybe that I'm not getting the proper vocabulary, maybe that I cannot make the sentences, but that challenges will not long forever. That will definitely remove when we have to do the practice a lot. So the first one is think in English. This is very, very important. Until or unless we can't think with our brain something, we cannot produce and say something in English. So the first thing, we should have to start thinking in English with our brain. So the first one is think in English. The second one is listening. Listening is a very good process. Why that a 2 or 3 year old child start talking in their mother tongue very easily, and that he did not attended any school, college, and classes. But the 2 year old child, the 3 year old child start speaking their mother tongue very easily, and he can convey his message to their parents, and the parents also understand it. Why this is happening? just because that he is continuously listening their mother, father, parents, family members from the very beginning. Okay, so the listening is very important. Start listening the good teachers. It is very important. If I am taking any classes for the spoken English, so the teachers should have to speak in English 40 minutes in the classes, because if something that is teachers are starting to saying something in English, so that the students are listening. Listening is a process, and whatever that I am saying with my students, that is going into their mind and that is storing in their mind in a someday. It is not in a one day process, but in a with the time that they speak in English. So the second one is that listening, and the third one is that is talk to yourself. Whenever we are alone, so we should have something that curious in our mind, and we started talking with ourselves. So whenever that we are alone, so start talking with ourselves. Why? Because we are very comfortable with ourselves, and whatever that we say, we can easily understand it, and we can easily say it. Maybe that we are doing the wrong things also, but whenever that we are alone, start talking with ourselves. It is very important. So the number 4 technique is use the mirror practice. I totally understand that mirror practice is a very old technique. The many teachers will say, don't do the mirror practice. But still that I used to say to all of my students, do the mirror practice. Only 10 to 15 minutes. Only 10 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in an evening. Whatever the material that you have in a paragraph writing, magazine, journal, just sit comfortable place and stand in front of the mirror and is read out the loud with the magazine and your cover page, whatever that you have the material, you start reading it. But what kind of a process that when you are reading, read it loudly, which is very important. Read it loudly, which is very, very important. When you start reading it loudly, so that you will see that
your video is not visible. Yeah. Now it's visible. Okay.
Oh, actually, ma'am, yeah. Sorry, pardon. Actually, one unknown call is done. Okay. Pardon. Sorry from my side. Yeah. So the fourth one is use mirror practice. Mirror practice is a very old technique, but this is a very, very important technique, ma'am. Only 10 to 15 minutes stand in front of the mirror and take your PDF materials and start reading this one with a louder voice. It is very important, the louder voice. Do not do the murmuring. The louder voice, why I'm saying, whatever that you will say, that it is going to with this ear in your mind. Our mind is totally empty. Our mind is full of Hindi, Urdu, Marathi, and we have to put the English in our mind. So start reading with a louder voice, which is very important. And number 5 is focus on fluency, not the grammar. Whenever that we are in a beginner, in an early stage, we are here only to convey our message. That is the main and basic. The other person will understand it. So focus on the fluency, not the grammar. Do not go indulge in the grammar portion. Grammar is really confusing. And the one thing is that we should have to learn the grammar, but only that is the needed portion. But on the earlier stage, we should have to focus on the fluency. And number 6 is that whenever nowadays we are all having the smartphones in our hand. So whenever whatever that we are saying something, record ourselves. Only 5 to 10 minutes. We should have to record ourselves, which is very important. If we are recording ourselves, so then we really, improve our spoken English very well. And we can correct ourselves. That in a first recording, if then maybe that we are doing any major mistake, minor mistakes, so we can correct it on the other recording. Okay, ma'am? So the 7th point, I could say that, do conversation with your friends. Just be in the conversation with your friends and family members. Start communicating. It is very, very important. Do communicate with your family members, your partners, your friends, even anyone. To going to the shopping, vendor wala, whatever that you can say. You start conversation, which is very, very important. And number 8 is surround yourself with the English language. That you should have to be in the company that those who are the students who can speak English, whether that your parents, whether that your friends, you should have to be in the company that the people are really want to learn something. Just be in the company. We can say whatever that our company is in, that we are going to be on like that. So just be in the surrounding in our company that those who are really wanted to do and learn something. So be in that of a company so that easily that you can understand it. And number 9 is practice with the music and movies. If we are interested in the music, So start listening the subtitles of the movie and the music. So that will also be very favorable. And number 10 is find an interesting article to read it loudly. Whatever the article, magazine, newspaper we have at our home, so we start reading this one, which will be very, very favorable for us. So I think so. All these are the basic 9 to 10 tips that students, if they are following in just beginning stage, they will be able to speak English fluently just in 2 or 3 days. And one thing I must say that for your students, one thing they should have to clear in their mind that English is very easy and they have to repeat this one day by day. English is very easy. I'm very happy to learning this language, and this is such a fun-loving language. I just enjoying the process of learning. So if they are carrying this kind of a mindset, this kind of a attitude, so the English is really a fun-loving language. Whenever that, if you get the very good teacher, if you are in a very good surrounding, so you just enjoying this language. Even this is such a beautiful language, such a stylish language. Whenever that we start seeing something in English, we should have to be being etiquette, something like the personality to totally completely change. So English is a very easy language. They should have to repeat it. So this will be very easy techniques and they can easily learn spoken English. So this is all the basic and tips and tricks, ma'am. So I do whenever that I take my classes, online classes, so I do tell to all my students, and even it is all for your viewers, the beginners. They can also follow these tips and tricks, and definitely with these tips and tricks, they can easily learn the spoken English. It is not in a rocket science, something that cannot achieve. It is only depend upon the practice. The only the key, the success key is practice, practice, and practice. Start listening the podcast. Lots of things that we can do it. So only one thing, the major key, and want to give to your viewers that English is very easy. Start chanting this thing is also. English is very easy. It's a fun-loving subject, fun-loving communication. So definitely with the time, it is just a process. The struggling process is 2 or 3 months. It is just a struggling process. And when 2 or 3 months have been crossed, they will automatically speak English. This is the all basic, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I mean, wow, you have given so many tips and tricks for
Thank you,
my
ma'am.
viewers, and I hope they would benefit from these techniques, you know. So, tell me, how did you think of starting your English classes? How did this passion come from?
Okay, fine. Ma'am, teaching is my passion, totally. As I being a student when I was in the 16, 17 years, so I was someone who's really curious to reading, always start reading. I'm just was someone who's involved and surrounded with the books, education, something. And that's the main reason that I have completed to achieve the PhD doctorate degree. So I want to do something in the field of education. That is my main thing. And teaching is my passion also. So randomly, my husband once told me that your English is very good. Why not that you are taking classes? So I told him, who is going to take my classes? I have completed my PhD doctorate in geography. I am having no touch with the English. Just you have to start your classes. So randomly, I just started taking my classes, and by God, it is not anything that I have did, ma'am. It is only the blessing of the God. He has make all the path and the ways, and He has making all the things easy for me, and I had walked onto on this. But my intention is very. I'm here with a very pure intention that I'm here to serve the people, serve the nation. That whatever the education I carry, I want to give it to my students. That is the main thing. And that is the all my passion. That is the main passion here. That after my marriage, actually, I was just sitting alone also sometimes. So I'm someone who want to utilize my time. I want someone that want to do constructing something in my time. Want to give the values also. I'm never sit alone. I always do some little bit, do the constructive work. So the thing is that I sit with my students. I just love enjoying teaching. They also get lots. And the thing is that I'm also learning with them. It's not only that I'm giving it to them and something. I'm also learning with them. So this is my whole intention, and that is the main thing, the passion about this uh, start the spoken English channel, and it is running very good. So I'm very happy the response that I am receiving, which is very. So that also makes me more. I mean to do work very hard to do something bigger. So that is the main, and those who really need it, I really want to help. That is the main.
Okay, so you started your YouTube channel, and because of that channel, you got your online students, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm thinking to start. Nowadays, I'm exploring the Insta, and I'm taking my 4 to 5, 6 classes in a day, and very soon that I will explore the YouTube, maybe in a 1 or 2 month. So I'm trying to come in the YouTube with a good preparation also. So that is the main thing, and very soon that I will explore the YouTube, ma'am. Very soon.
Okay, you are yet to start your YouTube channel. Currently, you are on Instagram.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, tell me one thing. You have told me so many things that people who want to learn English should do. Now, tell me three things that English learners, I mean, anybody who wants to become a fluent English speaker should not do.
Not to do.
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing, they should have to be very clear in their mindset. They will achieve this success. The thing that I told them, English is easy. They should not have to think like that. That is very difficult. How could I learn the tenses? How could I learn the grammar? It's very complicated. They should not have to think like that. They always think English is very easy, and they do all the practice. And the second thing that they should have not to do, which is not to be in the bad company. They should have to surround in the company those who are learning anything in any age group, maybe the 60s, maybe the 50s, but the learning is a passion. They should have to surround with yourself. They should not carry any this kind of a friend circle. And the third thing is that uh, they should have to learn spoken English or English with a good teacher. Those who can speak English, they are not going to take any classes with those teachers who are not speaking English. So one thing that is very clear with me: if you are going to take any classes, any following any teacher for the spoken English, the teacher must have to speak English. That is very clear. If you are following, if students are following any teacher, those who cannot be able to speak English, do not follow. Do not follow, because something that is in your mind also, you cannot achieve the success with whatever that you want to achieve. If a teacher is unable to speak in English, how could that teacher will be teach you spoken English or English? So do not go with the teacher those who cannot speak in English. And that is the be in the do not be in the surrounding of the students and the group or circle those who are not in kind of a learning process. Okay, and that is all of the two or three the tips or the method. Do not follow.
Okay. How many students are you teaching right now? I mean, how many students are there right now?
Ma'am, it's 25, around 20 to 25.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are
Daily
teaching
I am
25 students
daily
at the moment. You are giving group
yes,
classes.
ma'am. They all are the group classes. Yes, ma'am. The kids' classes are different. The girls' classes are different, and the boys' classes are different. And the timing are the different timing. I do not mingle up with everyone. I am taking the different classes, and with the age group also. 7 to 17-year-old age group, the different, and the girls, those who are maybe the housewife, they are in different classes, and 1 to 1 session also. So it's around 20 to 25 students that I'm daily taking, and from 3 p.m. to 9:40, it's around the 10 o'clock. Continuously, I'm taking the online classes. In a evening time, I'm totally busy, ma'am. Only that I'm taking time for my important works. Otherwise, 3 o'clock to 9:40, one of my class session is in 40 minutes. I'm taking my classes on Google Meet app, and I do provide all the PDF material is free from my site. All the PDF materials, listening material, reading material, all the thing is that I always tell to my students that education is completely free from my side. But that I'm also doing the hard work, so we should also, we should also have to take something for our that I'm giving your time. Otherwise, education is completely free. So all the PDF materials is completely free from my side. The only thing the students can do is the practice and attend my classes 2 or 3. And to be very honest with you, that the students are really, I'm seeing a tremendous changes in just 20 to 21 days, because I do share a roadmap, the technique that 21 days you should have to follow if you are really interested. If you are not interested, so no one can teach you. But if you are very serious and passionate, then do follow 21 days of the roadmap. And I'm seeing tremendous changes. Lots of students of mine that they can speak English fluently. But I also believe strongly that English is a process that you always, if you leave this practice, then you will go in down also. But you have to do the practice a lot. Just be in touch with the people, just be in a surrounding. You always speak in English with your friends, with your partner. Do you speak? Otherwise, you will go in down also. So do practice a lot. Whenever that you are alone, also speak. That's it. Speak and practice.
Okay. So before you conduct a class, do you give some material for to them to study? I mean, do they go through
Yeah.
some material before you start the class?
Yes, ma'am. I have given all the materials like the reading, writing, tenses, grammar, vocabulary. The one thing I must to say to all the students, those who are focused in spoken English, they should have to practice or in the focus of the fourth zone. The fourth zone. The first one is listening, the second one is reading, the third one is writing, the fourth one is speaking. The fourth zone. And then after the tenses, grammar, and vocabulary. So I'm making the target to hit the 1000 vocabulary. That is for sure, at least the 1000. And tenses and grammar, the basic concept should be clear for the grammar. And tenses, the 12 tenses, which is very important. But for the spoken English, listening, reading, writing, and speaking, we have to focus. And as I told you, the mirror technique, which is very important. So I told to all of my students to do the mirror practice in 10 to 12, 20 minutes in a day and daily write a paragraph. Daily write a paragraph. Whatever that I'm taking the classes, whatever that I'm teaching in my period, in my classes. So whatever that I taught you, so you should have to, write down in an essay and send it on my WhatsApp. So that students are really following in a very good way. So I'm very happy with the progress. Yes, that progress is a slow one. The progress is with the time that they will really get achieved. That is the thing.
Okay.
So we have to focus on the fourth thing, which is very important. Yeah, that is the main. Yes, ma'am.
The class is of 40 minutes duration, right? And there are 5
Yes, ma'am.
people in each group. Is it so?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 5. But the age group isn't. So the kids batch are different, girls batch are different, boys batch are different, and in some time I do take the one-to-one classes. Those students who want the morning session, I do the in the morning sessions also. Some it is depend upon the what the students want also, because sometimes they are available at morning time, sometimes they are available at night. So nowadays I'm taking 4 to 5 classes in a day, daily 40 minutes on Google Meet app, and I'm having my on the WhatsApp group. So I do share exact timing of the 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, with the exact time that I do share my link over there, and they come in my classes. So that is the 40. And in fact, in my classes, I do all the things, group discussion, debate, everything. So those who are really want to learn, they will really achieve. That is the thing.
Okay. If there are 5 students in one group and the class is of 40 minutes duration, how much speaking practice does each
Yes,
child
ma'am, that's a very true and very good question. Ma'am, the first thing I would like to share that 20 minutes, the 40 minutes in the class, so 20 minutes is lecture from my side, okay? So maybe on a Monday that I am taking the reading sections. Maybe in a Tuesday I am taking the story. But in all the 40 minutes, the 20 minutes which is left, so in 20 minutes, the students, I do give them a topic and I do tell them to speak to each other. So they are communicating each other. I mean, how are you? And how was your day? What is your favorite color? Because they all are the kids. And so this is like that. I do daily session, daily conversation. I do provide them the materials also. So they, take the help of this card and they start with this one also. So this is the basic thing. And they are really, going in a progress day by day. They are really, that is the good one.
Okay. So you are an experienced English trainer for so many years. Tell me one thing that most English learners face, the biggest hurdle in their spoken English journey. Yeah.
Students.
Yes.
Students.
Yes.
Yeah. So mostly whenever that I communicate with my students, they told me, ma'am, I'm understanding everything in English, everything that I do understand. But whenever I want to say something, I'm unable to express myself. That is the major hurdle of problem that students are facing. Ma'am, I understand everything. And whatever that you are saying, ma'am, it's very good. I do understand. But when I want to say something, I'm unable to express myself. But I told them that this is the struggling period. This is a challenge period. And you have to think very, very positive in these days. Just be patient also and do the practice without thinking of anything. I just cross the 21 days. Just only cross the 21 days and they will really see a tremendous changes because I shared a roadmap with them. And if they are really following these roadmaps, they are really, I mean, very happy to share that lots of my students that they are achieving 21 days. So I'm seeing a tremendous changes. But that was the main struggling period. And the major problem that they are facing that, ma'am, I do understand everything, but I cannot speak in English. When my time is coming to say something, I'm unable to express. This is the major hurdle, major problem that students are facing. So I'm also working on them. And the main problem, what I also face, I also seen that they are having less vocabulary in their mind. They don't have the proper vocab. They are having very less vocabulary. So also that they are unable to express. Maybe that they want to say anything. Bahar barish ho rahi hai. It's raining outside. If they don't know the meaning of outside raining, so how that they are able to express themselves? So that is the main thing. So that's the reason I do practice them 1,000 vocabulary. Hit the target of 1,000 vocabulary. So in one day I'm only taking the vocabulary classes now. In one day I'm taking the grammar classes. In one day that I'm taking the tense classes. And in one day the group discussion and debate class. And one day reading class. And after that 5 to 10 minutes which is left, so we do talk to ourselves. And we always talk, I mean, I give them the card and paragraph. Talk about yourself in a day, how you feel happy, and how you are going to communicate with that anyone while phone. So lots of topic and cards and materials I have selected and I prepared for my students. So I do share with them, and I told them to do practice a lot. Just be focused on the fluency. Don't think that you are doing the mistakes. Mistakes do happen. That is very natural. That English is not in our own mother tongue. If we are learning something and doing mistakes, it's very natural. So the thing is that you are learning, you are in a passionate about to learn some new language, which is really good one. So the focus on the fluency, not the mistakes do happen. So if you are whenever you achieve something, that mistakes also erased by the error. With the time that you need to, it will be recovered. But on an earlier stage, on a beginner stage, you should have to only be the fluency, focus on the fluency. So they started, I mean, the mirror technique really helps them a lot, which is really the key. Mirror technique really helps a lot. So that is the main thing now, which I do share with my students. That and I'm very happy with their progress also, ma'am. The thing is that I'm really receiving the good vibes from my students. That's really giving the encouragement. And I'm also here to solve this problem because this is such a major problem also.
How happy and satisfied are the students with their progress? I mean, do they think that they are improving?
Ma'am, they are very happy. They are very satisfied. It is not that I am saying, and I don't want to be like say that they are really passionate about love learning. They are really putting their hard work. I am only here for the guiding torch. I am just showing their path. But my students, that whatever those who are coming in my classes, I just saw them that they are very obedient. My students are very obedient, very passionate about of learning. They are really doing the hard work a lot. They are really putting their effort to learn this language. So I'm very happy with their hard work, with their practice sessions. And yes, that is very true that everyone needs guiding teacher. So I'm also guiding them. That's it. With someone who is also guiding me to that's the reason that I'm here and I'm sitting in this place. So I'm only doing this thing that I'm guiding them. But my students really putting so much hard work, and I'm seeing their result. That is very happy.
Okay, one last thing. How do you get so much energy? You teach from 3 to 9:40. How do you stay motivated and stay active?
Yeah. Ma'am, the thing is that I'm very passionate about of learning. I really want to do something also in my life. And am really, I mean, to be very honest, I'm till 3 o'clock to 9 to 40, 10 o'clock. I'm at the last classes of mine. I'm having of my full energy. I'm here with lots of my passion. I want to give you something. That is my own thing. If I want to give you something that really, I mean, automatically that passion or that maybe energy will come in my mind. So my major thing that I want to help people, those who really want to improve their spoken English, and with my whole pure intention, with my whole knowledge, I want to serve them. That is my thing. And when I am with this intention, and the one thing just as like you told me, why that you are so much Maybe that God has given me this kind of energy, and God is making the path. I'm not doing anything, ma'am. He is making my path, and I'm only walking over. Yes, I do gratitude a lot that God has given me the intelligence, maybe the power, maybe the knowledge. That is the thing that I'm surpassing it today, my student. And that is the main thing for my energy. Maybe God has given me. I mean, nothing isn't from my side. It is all the blessing of the God, man. That's it.
Okay, we would wrap up this session, but before doing that, I would ask you to give one golden tip for everyone whose dream is to become fluent in English. One golden tip from you.
Okay, so the one golden tip is you should have to think in your mind that English is very easy. Repeat with me, everyone. English is very easy. English is very easy. And do the mirror practice 10 to 12, 10 to 20 minutes in a day or or in an evening, or morning and evening. That is the major tips, ma'am. And nothing can, I mean, erase the thing. You definitely achieve wherever that you want to achieve. You will be able to successfully conduct anything, whatever the message that you want to give. You will be able to speak fluently. The only thing is that also the practice, practice, and practice. Never leave the practice. Never leave the practice. That is the main tips.
Thank you so much for all these tips and tricks. I think this session was really amazing and insightful session it was. So I had so much fun
I'm
connecting with you.
I'm very happy, ma'am, that you provide me this platform, and really may God bless you for your channel also, and may God bless the platform also. I only want to share my knowledge to my students, and maybe this platform will help all my students to reaching out and to solving this problem. So I want to give you thanks that you are very kind, and really you give me your valuable time, your patience. I'm very happy that you call me for your podcast, and I'm really grateful. Thank you for your valuable time. God bless
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much for joining me today. It was so much fun. Okay, then, bye bye. Take
Thank you.
care. We'll have many more sessions
Thank you, ma'am.
later on. Okay, then, bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bye bye.